Okay, here's those FXR Twincam conversion oil pans that we're working on before. So these are the billet ones. Top secret. Not supposed to know about any of this crap. So I know nobody watches my YouTube, so we should be fine. So precision made there. So this here is one oil pan. This is version 2. This is version 3. And version 1's on the bike. That would be the black one in the previous videos. Whenever I get around to posting them. Ooh, we have plug in this one. Good, we can test fit these now to see if they made them right. We didn't have any plugs. So anyway, we keep making changes on these things. So the last change here was that they were supposed to make these holes deeper and they kind of missed one. Somehow the communication didn't quite make it through. So we've changed from those bolts back to a stock length bolt here. So these ones take stock length hardware. Until you get to the back ones, we use full length ones here because it looks better than putting those stupid grooves down the whole side here. And we're also switching over to stock oil pan drain plugs here instead of using a tapered pipe plug and stuff like that. So we made some changes here. Oh, this one they got fancy here. Oh, that's just the machine marks, that's not ribs. So this was done with one little small cutter with lots of path. This was done with one big cutter. What else they do differently on these things? Every time we get these, they're a little different. So, working the bugs out. So this one here, they forgot to do these ones, so we had them done correctly here. So you can see how they cut this shorter here. Cut this one and cut this one and do it. For some reason they left that nice sharp knife edge lip right there, which looks really nice. So maybe we'll get that cut away here at some point. This one's going to go out to be polished so we can put it in magazine pictures. So I think the polisher is going to take care of all this deburring that didn't happen. So this here is a tapered pipe plug. This one here is supposed to be the Harley plug, which is it was in this other pan I'm going to rob it from. So anyway, that's the external differences. Internally, there's a lot of changes going on here. So, here, once you hold that, I can't hold it and do all my work. Okay, this here is the old system for our pickup, which goes right down on this post here. And this here, we're going to have a soft hose that goes from here to here, just like on version 1. So these are the trap doors that they keep losing these parts here, so you got to keep remaking them every time. So I have to put a hole through here in the correct spot. I got to put holes in here to let the thing breathe back and forth. So these go in here like this. Now this is all top secret stuff. You're not supposed to look at any of this crap. So I won't show anybody anything. This is version 1 pan that was already done that they lost my parts so they can't duplicate. Right now the machinists can't figure out how to count holes and make a hole pattern up, so I get to do it and tell them what I did when I was half asleep one night. Good thing I got some video pictures though. Okay, so this one here, the soft hose comes through here. And we have to cut holes through each one of these baffles, and then it goes into here with a 90-degree fitting once you pull back a little bit. So anyway, that way, that's how you pick up off of here. Now the new way of doing this is we made a hard tube in here with a new pickup. We're still going to get some kind of a screen we got to put on here yet. We haven't done yet. But anyway, this just fits together. This has an adapter that goes into here like that. And then this stuff all slips down in here as a unit now, like this. And we now have a hard pickup tube, so we don't have any soft hose to wear out or anything. And then also each one of these baffles here is going to have an O-ring in here like this one has. So it won't vibrate in a line like this. So that'll keep the tube and the baffle and everything nice and snug in there so it won't rattle. So these ones are still need to be worked on a little bit. So when we're all done, this will all slip together like this. And these are going to have O-rings in here on the inside to seal these things. So this one can go in here just like this. Kind of like this. There we go. So it'll look like that when it's all done. So yeah, something like that. Pull back a little. So anyway, that'll be the system that we're going to use. So right now I got to drill all these holes in here like in these pictures over here. Now this way here we have a large hole on this side to basically catch the foam bubbles. And then out the back side we have just a straight small hole so that only the oil will come through here, but it doesn't want to go back in this way. So basically the foamy oil comes in here through the front, drops down in our cavity, has to go through this baffle here to get to this chamber. This chamber here more separates the air and foam, so you get oil and foam. Oil and air will separate instead of being foamy. And so that'll be this chamber, and then when it goes through the holes in this one, it'll drop down into our big chamber here, and this will be the actual where it should be more almost all oil. And then this is a sealed cavity that we put a block off plate here on top like this. So now it's a sealed chamber, so it oil only comes in through the baffle, through the trap door right here. That way if you're doing braking, road racing or drag racing or wheelies, you will always have oil in here, because you're going to have about 1.5 quarts of oil sitting right in here between these two big chambers here. There's 2 quarts of oil at least right in these two chambers, and this one here has over 1 quart in this one. So you can run the bike until you run out a whole quart of oil, so you can do wheelies for quite a while before 1 quart of oil disappears. The oil will still come through all this here, even straight up and down. So you're doing a wheelie like this, the oil will still come down, go through all these baffles and through that trap door. You can see the trap door is open. Then if you do a stoppie, it goes the other direction, closes, and you still got oil in here. So you always have oil in your pickup. Something that Harley didn't know about. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and work on these holes, figure out a hole pattern, and then we'll show you what it looks more like as we get further along here.